Talking Luther College Wrestling with head coach Dave Mitchell. Coach, last Friday night you went down to Wartburg. The Knights ended up getting you 24-9, but you got 3 matches against them and didn't give up anything beyond a major. Those are 2 things that haven't happened against Wartburg in quite some time.
Yeah, you know, our guys battled. 9 weight classes. I thought we really battled hard, and there were a couple other matches that were fairly close that maybe could have gone either direction. And obviously they have a great team just coming off the winning the national duels. But as I mentioned last week, so do we. And we feel good about our guys. We feel good about where we're at. And I thought we went down there and battled extremely hard. And as we get a little bit healthier, get training a little bit more, we'll just keep getting better and see where we end up from there.
Had a quick turnaround and went down to the Mat Man competition down at Cornell this past weekend. What were the positives you took away from Saturday's event down in Mount Vernon?
Javier Reyes continues to wrestle very, very well. Made the finals at 165, and he's 9-2 now over the last 2 weekends, and placed 2nd at the Cornell Mat Man, placed 3rd at the Matt Mayhem College Open. So placing in 2 College Open, 9-2 over an 8-day period is awfully good. Tyler Walls at 197. We've been, he kind of was nursing an injury early, and then kind of came back in and just wasn't quite up to full speed, and now he's starting to find a groove, and he wrestled very well. He ended up 4th. Kind of got called in that 3rd place match, but he's really made some really big strides. Derek Stork, we moved up to 84 here now, and he got beaten overtime by a nationally ranked kid, and he was right there in that match. Came back the next round and made your decision to former national qualifier at 184 pounds, and so he's progressing very nicely. Tristan Zerflu wrestled both Friday night and Saturday, and on Friday night he wrestled very hard. Really happy with how he wrestled, and on Saturday he battled right in there again at 157, got beat in the placing match. Gareth Ballard, a freshman for us at 133, is showing a lot of talent and is continuing to get a lot better, a little bit more focused as the season progresses, so I like where he's at along with that. And then we have some guys, some upperclassmen that I've talked about in some previous interviews, Darren. They're just kind of unsung heroes. Andrew Hartman earlier in the year is one of those guys. Mitch Kennedy right now, man, the last 2 weekends he went out to Indiana in the Matt Mayhem Open and just wrestled the hardest I've ever seen him wrestle. Looked great. This last weekend, same thing. Broke his nose in one of the matches, and he's just such a hard-nosed guy. He just keeps battling right through those types of things, and it's just right at the core of our team, and he's just a great guy, and it's fun to see him have some success this year. So a lot of positives that came out of that. Still lots of work to do, but a lot of positives that we took from the weekend.
And going to a meet like the Mat Man Invitational down at Cornell, how important is it for a lot of those guys just to get a lot of matches in one day against some pretty good competition?
It is. It's a great tournament, and I look back over my personal wrestling career and then a lot of the guys that I've coached here at Luther, and it's a tournament where guys can kind of turn a corner. It's the time of the year we might expect that to happen a little bit, especially for young guys, and so you're looking for guys to maybe just kind of turn a corner there and then just keep progressing from that point. And Augsburg had most of their entire team there. Cornell had, I think, their entire team there. Simpson had their entire team there. Wartburg had a lot of guys there, a lot of backups there, and so it was just a good tournament. Plus Stevens Institute was there from out east, from New Jersey, and so it's just a really good tournament. And our guys, I thought, for the most part, battled pretty well. A little fatigued, I think, for the guys that wrestled both Friday and Saturday. They were a little bit fatigued potentially, but overall, pretty good tournament.
And this weekend, you head down to Simpson for the Iowa Conference duels. Got 3 duels in one day, Cole, Loris, and Simpson. Talk about the challenge mentally in preparing to wrestle 3 duels in one day.
Well, it's going to be easier than what we're used to, actually, Darren. And we just talked about that last night. I mean, the Gator duels, we had 4 duels there, and it was a very long day with those 4 duels. And then at the national duels, we were ready for 5. That's what we were preparing for. We ended up with 4. And that was over kind of bang, 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 back to back, and so we're kind of used to that part of it now, and so now going into 3 actually will feel a little bit like a shorter day for us actually, which will be kind of nice. So we'll be done there fairly early in the afternoon.
All right, best of luck to you this weekend, Coach. Hopefully you keep taking those steps forward to the big time of the year, and that's going to be here before we know it.
It is. Thanks, Darren.
Dave Mitchell talking Luther College Wrestling.